Okay guys, so in this video I want to tell you some tips that helped me to become way more confident, right? So first of all, we're starting with updating your standards. This is massive. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Perhaps you heard it before. But basically, the quality with which you do something reflects in other areas of your life. Let me tell you a story, right? In the past, I wanted to clean my room because it was a mess, like generally. But I just always told myself I don't want to waste my time. I'd rather read or learn or make videos or something. It's just, time is money. The thing is, though, that my room still was a mess. If I didn't get it done, it didn't get done. And I wanted to. And so, somehow, someone influenced me or something. And I just began cleaning my room. Actually, I think it's in the non-negotiable period, if you remember this story that I told you. But basically, I made it a non-negotiable to just clean my environment. And guess what? From that day forward, well, one, it took way less time to actually clean it. Actually went way faster. And either way, if you keep your room clean every day, it's even faster and easier to keep clean. And second of all, this reflected in other areas of my life. Because the brain, as Charlie Morgan says, has only one filter for which it filters all this in terms of this standard, the quality with which you do things. And to make more sense to you guys, this is basically the type of person you are, or the type of person you want to become. So at that moment when I put that non-negotiable to just get my room clean, well, guess what? I didn't just get my room clean as a habit. I became the individual who had a clean environment. And I got it done every day no matter what. Right? Even when I didn't feel like it, I got it done. And guess what? That reflected in other areas of my life. Not just because I did get my room clean, but because I became the individual who was organized and had a clean environment, and that therefore reflected in other areas of my life. It made me even more productive and even more happy because, look, my environment is clean. I care about myself, right? I want to keep my environment clean, right? And so that reflects in other areas as well. And so I just tell you guys, update your standards. Whatever you realize right now that you do with kind of a less quality, maybe you didn't do fully, whatever thing you don't do fully that you need to do, get done. Tasks, chores, productive work, whatever. If you don't do it with a higher quality, well, all the things that you do basically it will be the same. You might say, oh, but how will that work? It's possible to be great in this area and then this not. Well, in terms of the quality with which you do things, not really. Results perhaps, but think about it. I see some people in my life, I don't want to give names, but I see how it's reflecting me versus other people doing this. And guys, you literally see how it reflects in their environment, in how they do things, and some other stuff which just they don't do things fully and they whatever. The thing is, this updating your standards will make you a more confident individual, of course, because you hold yourself to a higher standard. You show yourself that you actually care about yourself even more by going even further beyond to literally doing everything way better. Does that mean you need to do it like everything but perfect millimeter to millimeter, or to do this perfectly from this time to this time, complete this stuff, make these many videos, make have this much work on the business and so on? I mean, look, don't obviously we're not perfect, right? But we can at least get way better. And when you do this, you update your identity, basically your self-image and standards, and you become a new kind of person. And now that kind of person is operating at a way higher quality. And therefore, I saw for myself that it just helps massively with confidence. You have visual proof that you show yourself. You take care of yourself, your environment, and it's all good. Okay, guys. Now, next very important tip that I want to give you, and that I will. is having an accountability journal. And you might say, oh, just a habit tracker. Why is this important? But basically, look, when you see that you literally take all these boxes daily, well, of course you'll become more confident, bro. You literally have visual proof. You start forming a history of wins. And look, you get all these non-negotiable tasks that you gotta do daily. You get them done, all of them. And this is massive. And I can tell you this because look how it looked in the past, right? Look at this, right? Look how it looked in the past. Maybe 1 year or more ago, before September in 2024. I mean, it's just a lot of tasks missed. But but now it's just basically every box ticked. This is massive. Once I understood that you can do this with confidence, how it happened, I told you guys that story with in September, how I didn't keep my promises to my mother quite some days in a row. Everything was kind of messed up, and I thought I was a disciplined, confident individual when in fact I was not really. And then I just changed my life with the I watched some videos from this guy Wes Watson. I took notes. I really implemented his advice, actions, and energy and kind of mindset and so on. And I started to tick literally every box. And guess what? I hit the level of exposure of how, bro. I felt insane in a good way. I mean, I was thinking to myself, how is this even possible for a human to feel this amazing? It was incredible. I mean, for real. I began taking all these boxes. My confidence skyrocketed. And I began keeping my promises. Whatever I said I would do, I just began doing it. All those, I just began doing them. And my confidence skyrocketed. This is massive. Because you can trust yourself more. That's one thing. And you see visual proof. You start getting wins. It's not just a tick. Actually do it yourself and see the amazing power of this. This is massive. And the way you do this, because I don't want to let you have an excuse to, oh, I don't know how to do it, Sebastian. Doesn't matter. Look, on top, you write the habits that you gotta do daily in terms of perhaps good habits like working out, meditation, whatever, stretching. What do you have? And also productive tasks, for example, working on a business, deep work, taking notes, learning to apply, whatever, you get the point. And then on this side of the page, for example, on the left or on the right, whatever you want to do, but I do it on the left, I just put dates. If you don't have boxes in your notebook, and I recommend a small one because you should take it with you because you will go at some point to some other places, not your house, you should take it with you. But basically, if you don't have boxes in this notebook, you probably have these horizontal lines, and you just take a ruler and a pencil and you just start making vertical lines too, and then you form boxes basically. And for each and every day you have in the habit or activity, let's not just habit, non-negotiable, let's say, well, you have a box now, you gotta tick it. And if you don't, your confidence will just get lower. You might say, oh, but well, then why should I even do it? Because it's simple, and if you actually do it, your confidence will skyrocket, right? And either way, if you don't do the things that you said you would, well, your confidence will get lower too. So you might as well go all in because your confidence is in the game. Do you realize that? So start doing this. Literally force yourself to tick every box, and in a couple of days you'll see such a level of exposure like you never seen before. Your self-respect, your discipline, your confidence will be sky high, and it will be something like you never felt before. It's something so different. It's something so helpful. And you might say, oh, but what if I don't have time to do a habit or not a habit, a non-negotiable? I mean, for example, working out, meditation, other productive tasks. Do that task, do that non-negotiable for at least a bit. Maybe you set yourself 20 minutes to do that. If you didn't have time to do that in your schedule for the day for some reason, or if something intervenes, don't just go to bed without completing these guys. I mean, come on. It's literally so simple. You might say, oh, but does it even count if I do it for a couple seconds or a couple minutes? You should do it for longer. But if you didn't manage to, well, yeah, do it. Do it. I mean, do it and take the box. Because that will get you the momentum to keep going for the next day and the next day and the next day. And you'll start getting more wins. And you'll start doing those activities or non-negotiables for the time you actually set yourself to do them, and to do them at a way even higher level. And the thing is, guys, when you do this, you'll see the massive difference it makes to your life. You'll see it might seem simple, but it's not simple. I mean, of course it's simple, but it's not ineffective, let's say. It's super effective. You might say, oh, but it's just a habit tracker. It's not a habit tracker. I mean, yeah, sure, it helps with that, I guess, but it definitely massively helps with your confidence. It's amazing. So how do you do this? What activities do you actually put here? What non-negotiables? Put some stuff that you actually need to do every day, because obviously this is for every day, right? So put whatever tasks in terms of activities you gotta do daily that are actually important for you. Don't put some random dumb stuff that you don't need, that average, to just fill space, but actually important, good stuff. The ones, this including you, if you don't take action right now, you're not gonna make it. You basically just wasted your time watching this video, because you're not gonna make it. Your brain will just forget. You might say, oh no, I can remember. You won't remember. Doesn't matter. You won't remember. You have so many thousands of thoughts. How many times did you say, oh, that you will remember something and you just forgot it? Like every time, literally. Right? So just don't just note it down. Actually go and make this accountability journal right now. Raise your standards also. Do things with way higher quality. Maybe not perfect, but with way higher quality. And make this accountability journal right now. Right now. Otherwise you just won't make progress. If I don't tell you to take action right now, you just won't do it. You just won't do it. You want to become a disciplined individual. Well, go and do this right now. Don't mistake discipline with productivity. Discipline, you don't feel like doing this. You might say, oh, but Sebastian, I don't feel like doing this. Well, yeah, that's where you use discipline. Discipline is not doing a bunch of work and stuff. That's productivity. Don't mistake it. Discipline is doing something you need to do, but when you don't feel like doing it, that's discipline. And so go and do this right now. And if you want an even more in-depth blueprint that will help you incredibly, insanely good, well, hit the link in the description, book a coaching call with me, and I can teach you literally my whole blueprint, which is way more in-depth, way more things that helped me massively to change my life in terms of discipline, to become a disciplined individual, confident, productive, and way better shape. From a loser feeling depressed, lonely, and sad, to literally a winner, disciplined, confident, way more self-respect, way more productivity, and actually carry myself way better. If you want the same results, go and book a call with me, and definitely go and take action, guys, for real. And yeah, remember, we're limitless because we'll never peak if we so choose to. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.